see someone roll down their window and throw anything out, you know?
Well, see, you got to think of it in the perspective of the drinker. He doesn't want to be caught with an empty in his bottle and beer in his breath.
Right. Good.
All right, so he's got to get rid of it. Why doesn't he just pull over to a gas station where there's trash cans?
Exactly.
Now, I've got real expensive tires on my bike. They cost about $40 each.
Did you ever get a flat really hightailing it? And, did you ever fall or any kind of spill or anything like that?
No, I haven't taken a crash because of a flat. I've had one roll a little bit while I was cornering, but I wasn't going very fast, so it really didn't qualify as a crash because I didn't really hit the ground.
But when you get a flat with a bicycle, you know it.
Well, yeah, because you're on the rim quick, and the rims are really expensive too, and you've got to hit your brakes quick before you destroy your rim.
That's a good point.
Yeah, thanks.
That's it. Sound off, no matter what. Rock Island, Illinois. Hey, Craig, you're on the air with us.
Yeah, George, I'd like to sound off about people who ruin my cabs and one other issue.
Okay, now tell me about this. Ruin your cabs.
They did a number 2 in my cab.
No, come on.
Yes. I spent half an hour cleaning it. I could even give Tom the number of my dispatcher to verify.
No, we don't want to verify it. I trust you. I mean, you're driving the cab and they're going to the bathroom in the back seat?
Uncontrollably drunk. I've had people puke in my cab. I've had, now somebody number 2.
And you've got to clean it?
I've got to clean it.
Unbelievable.
And it was a casino who called for this person.
Oh.
So I've got to talk to their security manager about...
Did he pay you for the ride? Who paid for the ride? The casino?
The customer paid for the ride, but the casino called. So I've got to talk to them on my day off to get paid for my time cleaning.
Did the customer even know what he did?
Yes.
Oh, he did. Was he embarrassed?
She was embarrassed.
It was a she?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. Why don't we guys expect a woman to have to do that? I would have thought it was a drunk guy.
No, it was a drunk chick.
Jeez. All right, what's the... Thanks for the enlightening. Hold on, let's have our little dinner. Tom, what are we eating tonight? After the show, folks. Well, I guess we're canceling dinner tonight. Thanks to you.
And the other one is about backstabbing ex-coworkers who lead you on in certain arenas, i.e., getting with them.
Backstabbing ex-workers who turn who turn on you.
Say one thing, oh yeah, maybe we can hang out. Next thing you know, oh, by the way, I'm over here with this guy.
Well,
just playing with your head.
That happens.
But it's annoying.
But the first sound off, man, I hope that never happens to anybody.
Well, it's already happened to now myself and another driver and a third driver for the company.
Kind of makes you want to get out of the business, doesn't it?
Actually, no, not when you're walking out some nights with $167 in your pocket and tips.
Well, is it worth it?
Overall, it's worth it. It happens once in a blue moon.
Man.
And I listen to you every night when I'm at work. That's how I kill my overnight hours.
All right. Well, thanks for listening. Indeed, matter of fact, I was in a cab in St. Louis going to the airport, and they didn't know who I was, but he had his radio on, and I was just talking to him about what he listens to, and he said, "Oh, I listen to that Coast to Coast show every night," and I've, of course, just kind of stayed quiet. I hope I wasn't in that kind of a cab. Debbie in Naples, Florida, you're on the air with us. Hey, Debbie.
Hey, George.
Sound off.
See you all the time.
Thanks.
Love you. My gripe is, and I want to sound off about is that I'm 58 years old. I have had one job for 10 years as an optician and another job before that in a plant research facility. I've worked 2 jobs in 20 years. I'm a very good employee and everything.
And you've liked these jobs?
Yes, I like these jobs. And the reason why I was laid off in my second job that I had for 10 years is because all they want to do is hire Cubans. And even before I got laid off, everybody in there was blah 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 blah. I couldn't even communicate with them right. And then now that I've been off work and unemployment for like 6 months now, even though I have this good job record and everything, even though I put in my applications everywhere, not just optical jobs, but grocery stores or just anywhere, nobody calls me. But when I go in there as a customer, everybody's going blah, 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 and they've hired new people that I could see that they've hired and didn't even call me. And so, I'm just sick and tired of these immigrants taking over my job. I was born here.
Are they legal?
I guess so. I don't know.
If you're Cuban, you come to the States, you're legal the minute you touch ground here.
I know that.
But I'm sure you'll find work. Don't take it out on people who are Cuban just because they get jobs. I mean, they're not out to get you.
I know they're not personally out to, but I can't find any job because that's all they're hiring. It's all they're hiring here in Florida. That's how it is here in Florida. I mean, you apply for stuff and nobody...
I assume you were a good optician.
Yes, I was a good optician and everything. Everywhere that's who I was replaced by, and everybody that I want to apply for a job by, it doesn't matter even if it's in optics or not. I put in a good resume, and nobody calls me back. And when I go in there, who's there? A bunch of people speaking Spanish and all this.
Well, I'm going to tell you, I bet you're going on these interviews sometimes, and you're a little negative now because you don't expect to get hired, and you think it's going to go to somebody else. Why don't you just change your posture a little bit? Go in there positive, that you're going to get this job and you're going to work with everybody. I bet you get a job within 2 weeks if you do that. Give it a try.
Okay.
All right?
All right.
Just turn it around. Let's go next to Winchester, Kentucky. Hey, Larry, go ahead. Sound off.
Hey, George, this is Larry.
Uh-huh.
I'd like to sound up about the tax system.
Oh, yeah, I hope you do, because I wish they would throw it out the window.
Now, here's my complaint. If you get a refund, they make you claim that as income.
Income the following year, that's right.
And sometimes that pushes you up into another percentage bracket for your whole income.
They still get you coming and going, don't they? You would think that your refund... You would think that your refund would be a gift because it's already been taxed.
Right. I mean, it's not like they're giving me interest on the money they used all year.
Oh, you'll never get that. Never get that.
But anyway, I was in the Bacchus building in Lexington, and I was sounding off about double taxation, and they asked me to leave, and they even threatened to go upstairs and get an FBI agent to escort me out.
How were you protesting? Were you screaming and yelling?
No.
Just talking about it?
Just talking about it.
Yeah, well, in most places we can't say what we feel anymore. Those days are gone, Larry. You'll have to go home.
I just don't think it's fair.
No, of course it's not fair. Nothing's fair. That's why you have a program like this, to let the world know what's going on.
But, probably most people, if they don't do their own taxes, are not aware of it.
That's true.
The CPA says, well, I filled them out, sign here, and I just sign them and mail them in.
Sign and send it on, and they're glad it's finished, aren't they?
Yep.
All right, thanks, Larry.
All right, thank you.
Sound off. Ed in Wheatfield, New York. You're on Coast to Coast. Hey, Ed.
George, Ed from Wheatfield, just a few miles away from Niagara Falls.
I have friends who went to Niagara Falls a few weeks ago, and they loved it, and I guess it's still falling.
George, I met them. They're good people.
Good.
A few items. Miracles.
Miracles?
Yes, but for the guy on the motor on the bicycle,
yeah,
I want him to buy run flat tires.
What are they?
You run over something, they run flat, and you keep on trucking. They're not real comfortable.
Okay.
But they keep going.
All right, and then do you have to get them fixed later?
Miracles. Sure. No, you don't.
Okay.
They keep on trucking.
A little slow
Miracles.
there, Ed. You're slow on the uptake.
1995. I've been trying to call. My phone took a dump tonight. I switched to an old phone, and
we don't use that word anymore since the cab driver called it.
Oh, well, I'm sorry, but a miracle took place. Jesus touched this phone call.
Okay, go ahead.
And I got through.
See? Magic.